Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is a sunny, cold May 2nd day in Southwest Ohio, and we're in the garden working on GreenStalks. Hi everybody, my name is Kim and you're at Kim's Cozy Corner. It is a brisk, chilly, cold May 2nd day in Southwest Ohio, and I've been gone for 2 weeks. I've been traveling for work. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I've been home 48 hours total, and I need to get back in the garden, y'all. I gotta get some stuff done. So I am in the process of working on one of my GreenStalks, and you're coming with me. I had a brown GreenStalk sitting right there, and we are moving it from this spot in the garden to a spot over here. We're gonna put it right back there. Now y'all know I'm all about symmetry. I'm a subtle person. I don't like loud colors. I like everything to kind of just blend in and look natural. So by me moving this brown GreenStalk to this spot right here, it matches the rest of this area. I only have brown GreenStalks in this area here. I have 3 there, and we're gonna put a 4th one right here. So no worries about a whole bunch of different colors or anything like that over here. We'll leave that area way over there in the orchard, the area that's gonna have all different colors. And I do mean a lot of different colors. Well, in my mind, what's considered a lot of different colors. There's still going to be subtle and earth tones, with the exception of lemon, but we'll leave that area over there for all the different colors. And we're going to leave this one over here nice and subtle. I don't know what I'm going to put in this GreenStalk just yet, but this is what we're working on. So I moved the 4 tiers over here already. I've added a little bit of Happy Frog, a couple scoops to each one of them. And I'm gonna get that mixed in. When I got them over here, y'all, look at that. I'll use my little carrot to protect that little hole. Y'all know I used to always use my glove and everybody thought I was giving the finger. I wasn't trying to give the finger, but they now have these nice, cute little carrots you stick in there to keep the soil from falling through. So I'm gonna work on this. Here's the cute little box that the little carrot caps come in. See that right there? Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? But I'm going to keep working on these GreenStalks, getting the soil level back up, and I'll bring you back and show you what we're going to do next. And plug, yes, this is a plug. GreenStalks Mother's Day sale is still going on. And if you're interested, grab yourself a GreenStalk. This is the best sale of the year. So this one looks good. The only thing I got left to add is fertilizer, and depending on what I'm going to put in there, it'll be some mycos as well. But I don't need to do that just yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to add. I got my little gray disc all cleaned up, nice and ready to go. So I'm going to start stacking this one up. Hopefully you stay up there and you don't fall. Please don't fall. All right. This one's looking good. Let's get our carrot out. Putting my little gray disc in, lining the holes up with the pocket. And y'all, I tell you this all the time. I'm pretty sure you already know all of this by now, but I know there's always going to be somebody new out there that's new to this, and I want them to learn too. So that's why I always say the same things over and over. Hopefully you don't get tired of me saying those same things, but there's always somebody new out there that might not know those things. Gonna make sure I stack it up properly. And you usually know you're there because it falls right in place. Uh-oh, that didn't fall in place. Some of my GreenStalks are so old, y'all. I mean, old, that I have to really check them, make sure there's not dirt hiding in places. There we go. You want to make sure it's sitting all the way down. The other thing you need to make sure is that the wheels are locked, and mine weren't. if you have yours on wheels, which I do, at least this one's on wheels, I need to make sure these wheels are locked. Several years ago, I was working on my garden, so I didn't have my green stalks in the garden yet. They were on my sidewalk, and I didn't have the wheels locked, and it slowly just worked its way, y'all. It rolled off the sidewalk. It turned over. I lost half of my year's worth of, what was in there? Tomatoes were in there. Yeah, I lost half of the plants. I was so sad. That's to put it mildly. I was so sad. And at GreenStalk, y'all, you can actually buy, accessories. You don't have to buy like one of these little gray discs. You can go online and get just gray disc. You don't have to buy a whole nother GreenStalk to get the parts and pieces you need. According to my area of the country, I'm in zone 6B. My last frost date was supposed to be last week. Y'all, they're calling for frost tonight. So because of that, I haven't been able to get my tomatoes and peppers and start hardening them off outside because it's just too cool. We had a couple of weeks in the 80s, almost 90 one day, but it was too early, and I'm glad I waited because every year, it never fails. Right before my last frost date, we get something, snow, something. And now here we are into May, and it's still a very chilly day. I think it's only like 47, 48 degrees right now. So it's still very cool, and they're calling for more frost tonight. So I'm not going to bring my tomatoes and peppers out here for them to get frostbite, right? So we're going to have to wait. Maybe next week I can start bringing them out, getting them to harden off, because I think after Monday, it looks like the next 10 days are all above freezing, and we should be okay. But I'm not taking any chances until then. And I know we're all in a hurry to get outside, right? I know when you look at the gardeners down south, right? They're already harvesting, and they got their warm season crops out already. And us up here in the north, we're just like chomping at the bit, wanting to get outside. And we just can't. We just cannot get outside right now. And if we try to get outside right now, all we're going to do is mess up what we've been working on for the last several months to make sure that we have plants to go outside. So if you're in zone 6B, if you're in Southwest Ohio, or even farther north than me, just be careful. Don't put them out too early. I would hate for you to lose all of that hard work and everything you did to prepare. And if you're getting your stuff from a nursery or the big box store or whatever, you can pick it up, but I still wouldn't put it in the ground yet, at least not where I live. And if you put it in the ground too early, let's say that the frost doesn't get it, it's still not going to grow. It's not going to grow if it's too cold for it to be happy, right? So if you wait, put it out when the time is right versus trying to put it out too early, those plants will catch up just as quick as those that you put in when it was still a little too cool for them to be out here. So just hold on. It's going to be okay. We want to get out there. We will get out there, but let's just do it at the right time. And usually by now, y'all, I am hardening off my warmer crops, usually. And I've already by now put like my cucumber seeds and squash seeds and beans and that kind of stuff in the ground by now. But not this year. It's cool, which is great for my cool season crops, because usually we don't get a spring here in Ohio. Usually we get, a few weeks and then we jump right into summer. So I'm happy because this is great for my cool season crops. And when I say cool season crops, y'all, I know I'm behind this thing here, but when I say cool season crops, y'all, I'm talking about broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage, and greens and lettuce, those type things. Your radishes. Let's let them get the time that they deserve, which they normally don't get. A lot of times those type plants don't do well into fall for us because we do have a good fall. Spring is just where we usually don't have a good setup. And it looks like I'm leaning. Let me get a rock. All right, now that's better. Let's get our top on. Y'all, we have to keep these drainage holes clean if we want good evening watering where we don't have to water individual pockets. Couple very key things is you need to keep it level, which I just leveled that one up. At least I think I did. I'll check it again in a minute. And you want to make sure those drainage holes are nice and clean. I'm going to rinse this one out, y'all. I'll be right back. That's just how important it is to me. We're going to get it rinsed out really good. There we go. That's clean. And once you got it nice and clean and you get it put together, y'all, you don't have to worry too much about it. Uh-oh. Oh, there's dirt in it. It's my little tool. Let me come in close and let me show you. These little feet right here, the little feet, you need to make sure there's no dirt behind them on any of them, not this one or the actual tiers that you're planting in, because you need this to be able to sit on there flat. But once you got it clean and those feet go all the way down on there and those three are in now. Now she's on there. But once you get that on there, that's why I keep trying to get to, I like to use a lid. And so they got these beautiful, they do have the one style lid that's solid, where you got a little place on the side where you can put in the watering system. These lids are made where you can water them from the top, and they got a little leaf to close them. So I make sure I got my lid on, close the leaf. Now nothing is going to get in that drainage system, so we don't have to worry about anything falling through and clogging it up, at least not naturally falling in. Now we got to be careful when we are messing in our pockets and not push any dirt up over those gray watering discs, because that can cause you issues too. But y'all, hey, this GreenStalk is put together and it needs something in it. So let me go find something that we can at least add to this GreenStalk today. We're not gonna fill the whole thing up, but we gotta put something in it. All right, y'all, I'm back over here. I found some stuff, y'all, found something. So I have, it's not looking too good right now, y'all, but I have some lavender. So I got a couple things of lavender that's been sitting outside hardening off forever, and they're actually starting to die because they want a new home. So we're gonna put some lavender in there, and I have some Utah celery. We're gonna put the Utah celery in there as well, but that's only what, 5? No, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I got 6 plants, and those 6 plants will go on the bottom of this GreenStalk. Since I just planted this GreenStalk up, and I put Happy Frog in it. Happy Frog already has some fertilizer and nutrition and that kind of stuff. It has mycos, all kinds of good stuff. It's made out of the good stuff. You technically don't need to add fertilizer when you first start up. I've had a lot of people ask me about that, and I always add a general fertilizer so it can slowly release to go along with my Happy Frog. And my Happy Frog, I don't think is that old, but you know, I don't know how long it sit at the store before I got it, right? You know, all of those kind of things. So I always add a general fertilizer. And we're, I done ripped that bag all up, y'all. And I'm only going to add it to the pockets I'm working in today. I'm just taking a little scoop, gonna mix it in to the 6 pockets down here on the bottom. Did I tell y'all I don't like celery? I don't like celery. I like to cook with celery, but I don't like celery. And I do need to put some more back in my freezer to cook with. I haven't put any away for a couple of years at this point. The other tiers to this GreenStalk is going to have a variety of things, mostly warm season crops, just to be honest with you, but larger warm season crops. So I'm going to put some, that's a good point. I will be putting some squash in here and some eggplant in here, I might need to leave a pocket or two down low for the squash. I prefer squash to be on the bottom tier, so I'm going to leave a couple open for squash. With that being said, I got to come up here and fertilize a couple of pockets up here. So we'll do lavender down low for sure. So we'll do lavender down low, and we'll do the celery up here. Now lavender is supposed to be a perennial. I don't know if it'll work as a perennial in this one or not, but in the GreenStalk versus a raised bed or in ground, but we're gonna put 3 in there anyway. So lavender down low, every other pocket is how I like to do things. I'm glad I started talking about my warm season crops, or I would have had this in here and I would have forgot. There we go, being careful not to put anything above that little gray disc. I'm putting my mycos in. Mycorrhizal is what mycos is. There's some already in the Happy Frog, but I like to add my own. The fertilizer, I mix it in. I don't like to put my plants directly on fertilizer. Fertilizer can burn your plants if it's too concentrated. But for the mycos, you want it to touch your roots. Okay, let's get our celery in here. Y'all, this celery has been out here a long time. The roots are all wrapped around. That one actually don't look too bad. I've been gone for 2 weeks and y'all, I've paid no attention to anything indoors or outdoors. And I lost a lot of stuff indoors, but not the warm crops that I need to put out here, but some of the other things, yeah, I lost it. So when you got roots wrapped around like that, y'all, I just like to pull on the bottom of them just a little bit to stimulate that growth again. And then we're going to stick it in here and plant it back basically to the depth it already was. And so now lavender, y'all, and this is the first year I've ever grown lavender. Lavender does some amazing things. I mean, whether you are making a tea with your lavender or soaps and body products, right? Your lotions and hair products, that kind of stuff. Lavender just has so many beneficial uses. And y'all, I don't know why until now I never thought about growing lavender, especially since it's a perennial. And I know I don't believe in growing flowers. I should though. I really, really should concentrate more on flowers, but I like to grow vegetables, something I can eat. And since I can make a lavender tea, it's something other than just looking pretty. It smells good too. I feel comfortable saying I don't mind growing lavender. I just hope it bounces back from being stunted for so long outside and not getting in the ground. It's gonna have my garden smelling good over here. There it is, y'all. And it's been raining like cats and dogs, hogs and frogs and any other thing that you think can come down from the sky. That's been happening too. We got like 2 inches of rain in one day in a couple of hours this past week. So everything got watered in nicely. And that includes this GreenStalk right here. Usually your GreenStalks, when it rains, you don't get it. It doesn't fully water a GreenStalk. But I got back from my trip and y'all, these GreenStalks are soaked. So we're in good shape with the GreenStalks. So I'm not going to have to water it in. And these plants were actually floating in water where I just got them from. But y'all, we got another GreenStalk together and you hung out with me on a Sunday brisk early May day. And I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. So until next time, and I hope there'll be a next time that you choose to hang out with me at Kim's Cozy Garden. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye.